My name is Robert Gordon. I am a writer and filmmaker, born and raised, and have returned to live in Memphis. The process begins with, I think it begins with everybody kind of submitting some names. There's a great pool provided. We supplement. It gets to be, way too many. People select their favorites. The Hall of Fame then sort of tallies who's got the highest recommendations, and that large number becomes that year's pool, although it's not strict and names can still be added. And then it's just kind of a culling and winnowing process. There's a couple phone calls that everybody gets on, and there's some heated debate, as you would expect, because there's so many great talents that people are always left out. But I subscribe to the idea that that's just an indication of the wealth of Memphis's talent and not a slight upon one talent or the other. And I hold up as the example, I think it was not till the third year that Carl Perkins got in. I mean, Carl Perkins, the first guy to have a song on the top of the rock and roll, the R&B, and the country charts. Clearly a monumental artist. And it was the third year because who knows why, but that's just an indication of the depth of the talent pool from Memphis. Well, we've done this process 3 years so far, and I expect that every year we do it, there will be people outraged that their favorite artist didn't get in. I just think you got to look at who did get in, and trust the process. I've learned over my various books and films to trust the process, and in time, people who should be in the Hall of Fame will be in the Hall of Fame. It'd be a really long, boring ceremony if we put 200 people in the first year. So I'm all for, making it selective and making sure that there's some balance of generations and genres, and kind of looking at each pool as an individual pool and knowing that there's going to be another pool the following year. What I like about it is it makes some of my dormant historical thoughts come back alive. You look at all these names and you remember all this stuff, and I love to dwell there. So I just like, being this time to get immersed in it. And then it's also a time for me to learn about artists. I mean, each year, I feel like I have a pretty good command of Memphis music history, but each year, somebody will come up with a name and I'll go, really? And go back and look them over, and either I never thought of them as connected to Memphis, or in some cases I never heard of them. And you go back and go, wow, I didn't know about that little pocket of history. So there's always something to learn, even as a voting member.